Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. Three amigos ready to run this town. George, man, he's the Eagles number one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast.
The boys.
I am joined by one hero this week, my man, Georgie K.
I am that hero.
Our boy Brock is
I'm the villain.
Canada.
I'm actually the villain.
Are you going to be the villain tonight?
I'm the villain this podcast needs.
Oh, shit, I don't know if I've fucking prepared myself enough for this today.
Why don't we just go double villain? Fuck it.
You're a double villain.
Double
well,
villain.
we have got some villain topics coming up.
I love
so
it.
it's probably right.
First off, I'm in the big seat tonight.
You
and,
are.
And shout out to my not so big friend Brock, who I love very much.
Used to being eye to eye with someone in that chair. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. It's kind of turning me on.
Brock needs 4 phone books to be eye to eye with me, bro. What are you talking about?
Daddy doesn't mean it, Brock.
Shout out to Brock. He's away on a expedition
In Canada, coaching the under-20 Australian team.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really, really great effort. And
Looks like
shout out to my boy, and I love you, and I miss you. I don't like being apart from Brock.
I just said before, I was like, when we got separate, I better start now after talking shit for an hour. We better start the podcast.
Close to an hour and a half. Anyway.
Better start the podcast. Oh, fuck, I miss Brock.
I miss Brock. Yeah, Brock, we love you. We miss you. Shout out to you. Hope you're enjoying yourself over in Canada, eh?
Don't smoke too much weed over there because it is legal.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, boy.
Shout out to the Canadians. They got something right.
Canadians, they know what they're about.
I also want to give it off the top. I want to give a special shout out to my boy Terrell Lewis from the Eagles. I don't know if anyone saw this through the week, but apparently an OnlyFans girl / prostitute has accused him of running out on a bill that he was supposed to pay. And I stumbled across this and I put this in our group chat. This might be the funniest.
After giving her some cockin'.
Oh, he gave her a nice little fucking
Gave her some Tanasi cockinarcus.
Black dickin'. and then decided to we'll put the video up in our socials. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen. It's a video of him running out of the hotel room after giving her a nice little fucking dickin'.
And not paying. And
she's running down the fucking hallway butt naked after him, trying to chase him down to get some money. Where's the dignity for starters?
Jesus Christ.
So that's an extra special shout out to my boy.
And you know what the worst is? He can afford it.
Oh, he can afford it. He's probably like, imagine how trash your pussy has to be for him to prefer to fucking embarrass himself on social media and run down the hallway rather than just fork over the fucking $1,000 or whatever.
Maybe he didn't discuss the contractual obligation first. So then when she's dropped the bill on him, he's like, oh, fuck. It's like when you go to a restaurant, there's, the really good restaurants don't have prices for anything.
No, they don't have prices.
I've made this mistake once.
And then it comes in a little leather bound thing. Like, here
took
you go.
My missus out for like our 5-year anniversary or something. This is years ago in Port Douglas, and the bill came and I was like, the fuck is this? I'm like, how many meals did you get? She's like, 1. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, how bad are we talking? I'm like,
how much was the bill?
$1,200.
Wow.
For 2 of us.
For one dinner?
Yeah. And we had like a drink each.
Jesus Christ. Did it come with a blowjob under the table?
That's why I was like, next time I get fucked this badly, there better be a dick involved.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, loop me up first at least.
We were shocked.
Wow.
Shocked. And we obviously have to pay it. But in my mind, I was like, do you want to just run?
I would have done a dine and
dash.
There's
there's like rainforest everywhere.
Well, what are they going to do?
We can just run.
Well, they're not going to beat me up. What are they going to do?
I'm 140 kgs. I can take anyone in this restaurant.
You couldn't outrun it.
At full pace, they are not getting in the way of me.
That's true.
Unless they know how to tackle low, which I don't think anyone here does.
Nah, not a few. Maybe there's a few rugby boys in there.
That'd be your fear. You'd run into that one islander that runs out of the kitchen. You're like, fuck. Like, I'm in real strife.
I got to put some work here. All right.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
All right, let's straighten up now. And get into some
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Now the highest paid quarterback. Now, I don't want to start the show by saying I fucking told you so, but I fucking told you.
No, you did.
So.
You did. I just don't think he's worth the money. And I said that in our group chat, and I'm saying it to you now face to face.
He's getting paid for what he did in Clemson, not what he's done in the NFL. That's the bottom line. He's getting paid for what he did at college, not for what
That's a lot of fucking money for what he did in college 5 years ago.
Let me ask you this, right? Is Daniel Jones got his $40 million 2 years ago now?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the equivalent of the Daniel Jones contract 2 years ago? Because that was outrageous when he got $40 million. And when Prescott got $40 million, it was like, why?
No, because Lawrence has won a playoff game.
That's true.
So
he won it in amazing fashion too.
Yeah. So it's not, because Daniel Jones is a fucking nobody. At least Lawrence has some talent. You know that he is good.
You've seen it.
He's good enough to win you a playoff game because he's done it. What the fuck's Daniel Jones going to do? He couldn't hit the side of a fucking bus, man. He's terrible.
He can run though.
So what?
I saw a thing that it was their stats together, and it had like total yards. And I was like, why are they putting total yards? Why not passing yards? And I looked up Daniel Jones's passing yards, and it was like 3,000 yards short of Trevor Lawrence's in 3 seasons. And I'm like, that's why you put total. You had to put Daniel Jones's rushing yards in to make it close.
Yeah, but he's not a fucking running back.
And Lawrence doesn't run the ball ever because he doesn't need to.
Because that's not what he's getting paid to do. He's getting paid to throw the fucking thing.
And it was a New York Giants thing. It was like everyone rags on us for having Daniel Jones at 40 million. Their numbers are identical. I'm like,
they're not.
Yeah, if you add their rushing yards, they are. You fucking dipshits.
Yeah, but no.
And they didn't have games. They had seasons. Like
right.
Daniel Jones has missed a lot of games. And so like it was funny. I had a good laugh. Anytime the Giants try and defend Daniel Jones.
Fuck the Giants.
I'm like, just learn. Fuck off, Giants. No one likes
So I guess what I'm trying to say is he worth, because it's like 55 million a year.
It's
right?
the going rate. And I think I said back to you, your response was, is he worth $55 million? And I said, is nobody's worth $55 million. It's the bottom line is this is what teams are going to pay.
So if you look at the other guys on the highest paid per year list, Lawrence is now number 1 at 55. Joe Burrow is also at 55. Now,
keep in mind, Joe Burrow's only won 2 more playoff games than Trevor Lawrence.
He has, but he's also made a Super Bowl, and they were right in it till the very end.
They made a run. Yes, I agree.
So
and he was good that year.
You can't compare the two. Like, but let's be honest.
Other than
just
that,
on talent,
year,
put their resumes to the side. Just on talent, you can't compare the two.
Just talent.
But resumes aside,
I'd be taking Burrow over
because if you want to go back to college resumes, fucking Big Dick Joe's got the fucking resume
100%.
out the ass.
Yeah, no,
right.
I'd much prefer Burrow.
On talent, you're picking Burrow.
Yes.
Like, let's be if you had to start a franchise with a QB not named fucking Patrick Mahomes, it's probably going to be Joe Burrow. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So then Jared Goff, he's at 53. That's a lot of money for him, in my opinion. But
who would you prefer, Goff or now? Keep in mind, Lawrence is about 8 years younger. Who would you prefer, Goff or Lawrence, right now?
For Detroit or for the Jaguars? Because I think they're both good fits for their teams.
Starting a team.
Oh, if I'm starting
Mahomes and Burrow are gone.
I think
that's what's left. You've got Lawrence and Goff.
I think all things considered, they're probably equal talent. So if that's the case, I'm going to go with the younger guy.
Yeah, I actually think they're in the same ballpark.
Yeah, of talent.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe.
So then and then you go Herbert, who's probably again in a similar vein talent wise.
I think he's more talented, but his resume is not as good.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Lawrence.
Yeah, but part of that is because he plays for the Chargers.
Goff's been to a Super Bowl, in fairness.
Yeah.
Like, he was awful in that Super Bowl, but he's been to a Super Bowl.
He still went there. Yeah. Like, you still got to fucking do it.
100%.
Like, that's a lot more than you and I can say.
Yes.
And then you got Lamar at 52, who's, grossly underpaid by the looks of it.
So, I mean, that contract looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good now, doesn't it? Yeah. And then Jalen Hurts at 51 million, who's, probably slightly overpaid, let's be honest.
Yeah, I said this, but if people do not think that Prescott is getting $60 million, you have fucking rocks in your head. He's getting slightly more than Trevor Lawrence.
If you're going by this, well then yeah.
And it'll be soon. And it will be from the Cowboys.
You think they're going to pay up?
Yeah. All of a sudden, all the talks. We're not dealing with CD Lamb and Micah Parsons till Dak Prescott's taken care of.
Yeah, okay.
That's now the talks have switched to that.
Yep.
Because they know what's the fucking alternative.
Yeah, well, who are they going to get?
Because they're not going to be bad enough to get a top 5 pick.
No.
And even then, are you guaranteed? What if you get fucking Panthers, Bryce Young? What if you get Bryce Young?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might get CJ Stroud. You might not. We don't even know if CJ Stroud's better than Dak Prescott yet at this point.
Yeah. Well, no.
I
He's played one season.
I think he will be,
yeah.
But we don't know yet. We can't sit here right now and go, for the next 10 years, CJ Stroud is going to have a much better career than Dak Prescott.
Of course not. We
have no idea.
That. No way.
So that's the thing. I don't think that the options are you pay him $60 million or you go back to the trough and you hope for the fucking best.
And the thing is with the draft, it's always such an unknown commodity as well. Like, you could strike gold or you could end up with another Bryce Young.
You talk about Green Bay getting lucky with Rodgers, like Favre, Rodgers, Jordan Love. Like, the Cowboys got pretty lucky with an undrafted Tony Romo and then a 3rd round pick, Dak Prescott.
Yep.
That's 20 years of pretty good quarterback play.
Yeah.
Now, I know they haven't won Super Bowls. I've made it very clear why I think that culturally. So I don't think they're the sole reasons they haven't. I think you put Tony Romo on the Patriots with Bill Belichick, he's probably won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's fair.
Prescott with Tom in that situation Tom Brady was in, he's probably won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's fair.
So but sometimes you don't get that. You might end up like the Browns, who have to sell the farm to get Deshaun Watson,
Yeah.
after Baker looks like he's the man and then doesn't. Like they've had nothing but bad luck.
Yeah.
So you better get used to trying to win without a quarterback, which you need a lot of things to go your way to do that.
It's almost impossible now.
You know, you look at the 49ers, they were a borderline team until they got Purdy 2 years ago.
Oh, I think they were a borderline team before they got McCaffrey. To be perfectly honest, I think he's been
McCaffrey
he's
was a
been the
good
key. He's been the key to that offense.
Who also
and
got
that
paid
team.
this week as well.
Oh yeah,
And got made the Madden
he's the Madden cover athlete. Okay,
so he's
that's
now
cool.
got to compete with turning 29, which is when running backs go off a cliff.
Yep.
Getting a new contract, which again, key indicator.
What was his contract?
It's like 19 million a year. Good.
Okay, that's good for a running back. But he is the best running back.
He's the best running back.
Yeah.
But he's now going to compete with that. He just got a new contract. He's going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
And also the Madden curse.
The Madden curse, yeah.
So I was saying this year, if you're a 49er fan, don't expect McCaffrey to be doing too much for you.
Yeah.
Because I have zero faith he'll be around because that's 3 curses you got to overcome.
No, I don't see that happening.
No, I think it'll be good.
Shout out.
Yeah,
I like CMC.
as much as I actually like the 49ers, I think they're a good team.
Nah, I think they carry on like a bunch of fucking wankers. To
Which
be
one?
honest.
They all do, though.
Yeah, they all kind of do.
NFL players carry on
like
wankers.
Debo carrying on too much, and fucking Kittle carrying on too much, and
Kittle, I take it back. Kittle can go fuck himself.
Yeah. I would carry on just a little bit too
If
much.
Kittle
For
wanted
guys
to
that
come
have
on this
won
podcast,
nothing.
I would say no, then regret it and say
He
absolutely.
can walk through that door right now. I couldn't give 2 fucks. I'll stand up just as big as him. It's fine.
Wow. you can take Kittle. I've heard it actually.
Yeah.
I heard it from Kittle. I tweeted at him. I said, Kittle can.
I'm
Kittle,
not afraid. I'm not afraid of anyone.
Big George can fucking take you.
Tweet that.
Never responded. Kittle never came back.
See, bitch.
Never came back.
He bitched it.
I'm sure he saw it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with telling myself that he bitched it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm telling everyone he bitched it. When everyone says George Kittle, I'll be like, he wouldn't fight the real George.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Amen to that.
if you know, you know.
See that? See that? That's right.
All right, let's talk about bashing.
Yeah, more bashing.
Bugs from the Chiefs. Actually, I shouldn't have said it like that. It's fucking bad. So another
fill
Chief
me in
in
on this.
trouble.
Fill me in.
So Bugs, who's their defensive lineman, a couple of weeks ago got done for cruelty to animals because he had his dogs in his house that he wasn't feeding or giving water to. And
Jesus, that's horrible.
Found them and took them off him. He's now been done.
You know. Just sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah,
but
go.
there is. There's pond scum, and then below pond scum is people that are cruel to fucking animals. That is actually disgusting.
It's the worst thing because animals can't do anything.
Yeah,
to
that's
protect
right.
themselves.
That's
I
right.
agree.
That's actually really bad. Fuck that guy.
So then Isaiah Bugs has doubled down and he's been charged with burglary and domestic assault.
Jesus Christ.
So this is all in the midst of, obviously you've got the Tyreek Hill situation, which is who they traded him away a couple of years ago after saying, which I think was a part of it.
Yeah.
They've had the Rashee Rice, not only the car incident, but then bashing up some guy.
Yep.
Harrison Butker, it wasn't a legal incident, but it's still
controversy.
It's still controversy where it's
Yeah.
getting shone on them. My question is, do we think there's cultural issues at the Chiefs?
That's a good point. There's a bit of a track record there to say that there's, all these little things popping up and this and that and the other. Like, strong organizations don't normally have those sort of issues.
Because if this was the Eagles, I'd be fucking slamming them going, they've got culture issues.
Yeah.
Sirianni's a fucking,
Yeah.
he's a
Or
ringleader.
we've had our own cultural issues over the last sort of 12 to 18 months. So like,
100%.
I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree. Normally strong organizations don't have issues like this. So yeah, you'd have to say that. Yeah, I mean,
Why haven't they cut Rashee Rice yet?
because he's good, bro. Because he's good.
But if you want to
yourself,
if you want to fix cultural issues, that's the decisions you got to make.
yeah, I know. But like the rule, when you're good, the rules don't in life, in all
You're
aspects,
right.
in any
Tyreek
aspect of
Hill
life.
literally broke his son's fucking arm by
Yeah.
bashing him, or covered it up for his wife, one of the two, and
Which is
didn't cut
equally
him.
as bad, by the way.
Yeah.
Like when you're good, the rules don't apply to you. Life sort of like, leans your way a lot of the time. And this is probably just another example of it.
Yeah. So I look.
The
I think
issue
keep
is
your eyes
that
on
they
it.
keep winning. They keep winning. That's why things aren't sort of like being addressed. Everything's good when you're winning. Winning covers up a lot of fucking things. Like even we've seen like with the Patriots, like a lot of people are coming out now and saying, oh, the Pats were this, the Pats were that, like, practices were fucking this and all this shit sort of coming out. But you heard none of that one because all they did was fucking win. So
And they also had 2 offensive linemen charged. I don't think they're definitely not starters. Wanya Morris and get ready for this name, Chukwuebuka
oh wow.
Godric. charged with
God.
misdemeanor marijuana possession
Okay.
and had to pay. They got arrested and had to pay post bonds of $2,500, which isn't a lot
Okay,
of
so he
money.
probably had a
Not
bag of
lot.
weed in his glove box. All right, whatever.
Which I'm pretty sure weed's legal in most of America. I can't
Yeah.
fucking keep track of their laws.
Yeah.
They changed it. Like you can't smoke weed, but you can go into a school and shoot everyone up. And you're like,
Yeah,
you're
that's
all clean.
weird.
On,
Yeah,
on a gun you can get from Kmart.
Yeah, you can go buy an assault rifle from
Yeah.
Kmart, but you can't go buy a fucking joint. That's crazy. I
Make
agree.
sense of it, America. Make sense of it.
You can't.
All right. Speaking of making sense, of it,
Here's a man who normally doesn't make any sense, but he's making a lot of sense.
Antonio Bryant. This
Antonio.
mother
Shout out to my boy AB.
fucker is an absolute train wreck. So
Nah, I'm with you. Nah, I'm off it. I'm on him. He's a fucking weapon. I love him. I love everything about him. And I think he should be Trump's running mate for office.
this is what was said this week. So all the talk at the WNBA, which we've been pretty positive about lately.
Oh, and you guys mentioned it on your
Other
other
podcasts.
podcast
It's been
talking
good.
about it's been good. Look, I think you got to sort of use the word good, with a
It's
little bit of
been
a grain of
better.
salt. It's been
Watchable.
It's been. I would use the word tolerable.
tolerable.
It's been
That's a good word.
tolerable.
Yeah. So they this Twitter, Instagram, whatever it was, posted
So the Blaze,
the Blaze. WNBA expected to lose $50 million despite popularity. League is hard pressed to exist without the NBA.
So before we get to Antonio Brown's tweet, let me
Mm-hmm.
just touch on that quickly. So this is not news. This has always been the case. The WNBA has been around for, I think this is the 20th year from memory.
It's never been profitable.
It's never made money. It's always
Which is-
lost
which
tens
is
of millions
fine.
of dollars.
It is what it is. The
Like-
NBA are happy to put that money
No.
up.
The reason why I'm bringing it up is because a lot of these women basketball players are sort of like getting really they're all getting a little bit too mouthy.
Including your future ex-wife.
My
Kelsey
future
Plum.
ex-wife, Kelsey. Shout out to my girl, Kelsey Plum.
She's been a bit
Hey,
lippy.
Hey,
I don't know if you guys are a cultural fit.
I don't know if you guys.
I know.
don't
I
wanna
think
hear
you're.
a bad
I
word.
think you're a physical fit. I don't know if
Oh,
there's a
we're a
cultural
physical fit, and that's all I'm concerned about.
I don't know if there's a cultural fit there. How are you gonna after coitus sit there when she goes, yeah, we should earn more money as women basketball players? How are you not going to respond?
And you know what's going to happen? That post-nut clarity is going to kick in as well, and I won't be able to keep my
I
mouth
know
shut.
you.
Beforehand, I'll keep my mouth
You
shut. I'll
can't
be like,
lie
yeah,
to the
baby, whatever
people you
say.
love, let alone
Yeah,
her. You
let alone-
can't. You will be
I'll-
like, get the fuck out your
I'll
shit.
bust that nut and I'll be like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I know you.
So they're losing tens of millions of dollars every year. So
Yes, they are.
that's not news. Okay. And then our boy AB has decided he's going to put his hat into the ring. And what's he said, James? Read it out for the people, please.
This why I've found all the WNBA talk hilarious. Nobody actually watches it. So when you're arguing about it, you're not really arguing about a professional sport. It's more of a charity for lesbians.
That's my dog right there. Now, stop. What has he said? That's wrong.
No, they're not all lesbians. That's what's wrong.
The majority are.
I don't even know what the majority is. Let's say 50% of the lesbians, but they're not all lesbians.
Yeah, okay.
Kelsey's not a lesbian.
Oh.
She wouldn't break your heart like that.
That's
There's
my
one.
girl.
There's one we know.
That's one.
Caitlin Clark's not a lesbian.
No, she's not a lesbian. That's why they hate her.
Yeah, that's why
Because she's a white straight lady
yes,
dominating. Shout out.
just shooting from half court like fucking
Hey,
like a white.
Like
male
I actually
Steph
watched some
Curry.
highlights the other week
She's a
after
gun.
your goal. She's a fucking gun, man.
She's
Like,
so
why is
good.
everybody hating on her? I
He
don't
would
get it.
annihilate me one-on-one. I would not stand a chance.
I'd comfortably beat her 1-on-1.
You're good at basketball.
Yeah, but I am good at basketball.
You used to play basketball. I didn't. I can't even dribble and run.
Okay, all right.
I have to walk. I'm
That's-
like Stanley from The Office. I have to walk when I dribble.
That's an issue.
I
yeah.
can't run and
Maybe
dribble.
work on that before your 1-on-1 game with
Yeah,
Caitlin
like I would
Clark.
have to rely on pure physicality. And I don't know. She might be bigger than me. I'm not
I
sure.
think she might be stronger than you. I think she
She
probably
is.
squats more than you.
She'd fuck me
Your
up.
wife squats more than you as well.
Does not. That's a lie. I'll take her in the ring. Anytime she wants to. The garage is ready. I'll shut the door. We'll bare knuckle that shit.
You
I'll
can't-
win.
You can't do that anymore, James. You can't bash your wife anymore.
No,
bro.
if she consents to it, consent is everything.
Okay.
If it's a boxing proper match that we're set up,
Is that what you're going to tell the police afterwards?
I'm just practicing. No, that's what she's going to tell them. She's going to be like, he consented to this. It's not my fault he's a bitch. I'll be like, no, this is domestic abuse.
So anyway, AB's on a tear, and I like it.
My question for you is, and this is a big thing, when's AB going to kill himself from CTE?
He's-
Because he's fucked.
He's heavily
He's
suffering from
Fucked.
CTE.
We're going to wake up one morning, it's going to be like, he's dead.
All I'm waiting for is for when he eventually does kill himself or passes away. But I want the 30 for 30 on the downfall of fucking AB
Oh.
and how quick he spiraled from, man.
There's so much left unsaid.
2.5 years ago, he was one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
And now he's like
It is
a crazy old man tweeting about the WNBA.
People also feel like he was great at this superstar at the Steelers. He went to the Raiders, never played a game. He was paid so highly.
Yeah.
And then he went and won a fucking Super Bowl with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And then the second season, when they were good still, he took off his pads and stormed off in the middle of the game.
Meltdown in the middle of the game.
Because he was injured and the coach was like, I don't want to put you in injured, man. So he had a meltdown about it.
Why didn't he play for the Raiders or something? He didn't like the helmets or something? What was
They
it?
banned his helmet.
Weird.
He also had a frostbite in his legs from a hyperbaric chamber that the Raiders made him use. There was all this shit that went on.
What?
He wouldn't train because he had frostbite. Then the Raiders said he gave himself frostbite so he didn't have to train, but he could still claim the money because he's injured. Then they said that he had to get a new helmet because his helmet was too old. Tom Brady had the same thing. They're like, your helmet's too old. He's like, I'll get a new one. He was like, no, I'm wearing this helmet. Fuck you. You're never going to stop me wearing this helmet. It was wild. It was a wild ride. The Antonio Brown Raiders situation, and it was all on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
It was during Hard Knocks too, where they were trying to like avoid it on Hard Knocks, but it was it was going on
all
so
over
heavily.
the media, yeah.
But everyone was like, why aren't you showing this shit on Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
So they'd show him on the sideline with his, like, Antonio Brown has frostbite. And he'd be like, I don't have no motherfucking frostbite.
Oh, my God.
He was out of control. And then Gruden got done for all the sex emails.
That's right, yeah.
Wow. Raiders,
There's a fucking doco just in there.
Raiders are like, they are a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
But we really forget they haven't been good for so fucking long. They haven't been good since Tom Brady fucking beat them to get into the Super Bowl with the tuck rule.
Yeah,
that was the last time
that was 2001 or something.
2001.
Yeah.
That was the last time they were good. That's 23 years they've been fucking, and not only atrocious, but like a clusterfuck of a team.
Last time the Cowboys were good too.
Well, the Cowboys at least made the playoffs a few times.
That's true.
In fairness.
All right. Anyway, shout out to my boy AB.
All right, we've got an awards show tonight.
Oh yes, we're going to present. We're going to do some presenting tonight.
So this is the NFL off season, ladies and gentlemen. So strap yourselves in.
This is where we're at.
Someone put up the other day the career all-time leaders in most baby mamas.
We'll post this. We'll post this as well on our page.
Actually, did you see what I posted today about Caleb Williams? There was a
Oh
photo
yeah,
of Caleb Williams with
holding
his girlfriend.
with his girlfriend.
Like Caleb,
that
bro.
motherfucker's gay as the mate. He's fucking.
It's 2024, Caleb. It's fine. You don't have to pretend you have a girlfriend.
Is he going to come out? You think?
He might not be gay. He might just be a bit.
He might just be a bit fucking.
We don't know anymore, George.
No,
it's 2024. 10 years ago, you knew because a dude was like, "I'm gay," and then he got bashed in the toilets for it.
Yeah.
Now you don't know.
I'll be the one bashing him.
I'm not. I'm not saying it was right, but it's what happened. You knew.
Yeah, you knew.
Now who fucking knows? There's all these different. You can be gay but not gay, straight, bisexual. There's so many. I can't keep track
a lot of like low T zesty motherfuckers just rolling
That's
around
what I mean.
too. Like, and he's one of them.
There's a lot of dudes that just pulling like fucking genuine 11s that you're like, I swear you were gay.
You were gay. Yeah.
Like, how are you doing that? And the woman's like, no, he's not gay.
He's like super zesty, super feminine.
Hey,
like,
respect, man. Respect to you.
Us high T gorillas, like we're a dying breed, dude.
I don't know if I'm quite high T.
No, I was referring to myself.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, so this is how the list goes. We start with Adrian Peterson at 10.
So he's the lowest, by the way.
He's the lowest. Who has 8 children to 6 baby mamas.
Wow.
6.
Wow.
There's a couple of these, but like I don't understand because 9th is Marshall Faulk, right? He has 8 children to 3 baby mamas.
Right.
Why is he rated lower than Adrian Peterson?
I don't know. I don't think there's any sort of hard and fast rules to this rating system.
I feel like this person really hasn't put in the time to rank these properly. But anyway, I'm going to keep going through them. I don't even care about the rankings. I'm just going to read out the statistics. Ray Lewis, 6 children, 4 baby mamas.
Oh, really? I was surprised to see these. I thought he was a man of God.
You think?
Was it maybe he had all these children before he killed that guy, and then he decided he's going to be a man of God.
Allegedly killed.
No, he didn't allege
and
shit.
I don't think he killed. I think he just hit it, didn't he?
No.
He burned the clothes?
He drove the car and burnt the clothes.
Yeah,
which is the same.
I think it's an alleged accessory to murder.
Yeah, but an accessory to murder and the murderer, they get the same sentence.
I don't know. Not if it's alleged. What if it's never proven in court?
Shout out Ray Lewis.
On you, Ray Lewis, please don't come here and hurt us.
No. If he walks through that door, I'll be like, yes, sir, whatever you say, no problem.
Mate, if his shadow came through this, I'm scared. I've got his signed helmet up there. There's a figurine up there. I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah.
If that got thrown at me, I would take my eye out. All right, so I thought, 4 children, 6 children, 4 baby mamas, 8 children. That's pretty bad. Then Willis McGahee comes kicking the fucking door in.
No shit.
10 children, 9 baby mamas.
Yep. Yep.
This motherfucker is broke because
He-
he's
he-
paying alimony through the fucking roof.
How much would his alimony be every month?
Who knows? It's fucking
Because it's based on
wild.
how much. It's based on your earnings as well, right? So he'd be paying a fuckload of money.
The worst is it's based on your earnings in like a 5-year span. That's
Yeah.
what happened to Terrell Owens. That's why he lost all his money because he was earning when it started calculating it. He was a high paid NFL player. Then his contract ended, couldn't get a big contract again, but it calculated it all off that fucking year that he started.
Yeah.
Not his current. It might be different now.
I don't
But I'll
know.
never forget Terrell Owens explaining it, being like, I'm fucking broke. I've earned $130 million in my career and I'm broke.
Wow.
And these women are all rich, driving around in Maseratis and shit.
Amazing.
Again,
Well,
his fault. It's as
also-
much as on him as on them.
wrap your fucking dick, bro. Like,
Yeah, like these dudes got to learn. I don't
and,
get it.
and got my boy Ocho.
Ocho, Chad Ocho Cincho, 8
didn't-
children,
I did not know
7
he had,
baby mamas.
he had 8 fucking kids. A lot of kids, man. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of kids. That's almost one mum per baby.
Yeah,
That's wild.
that is.
That's wild. That's a strike rate. That's like, if one thing we know, he knows how to make babies.
He's putting on that baby making music. He got some lotion, and he's ready to go, mate.
The next one's one of the scariest because Josh Jacobs is 26 years old. I
Man,
looked it up.
he's been putting loads in chicks since he was fucking 18. Surely, how else? He got so many
9
kids.
children, 8 baby mamas.
Shout out.
Josh, fucking come anywhere else
Yeah, no
but
shit,
in them.
bro.
What are you doing?
Wrap your dick, bro. No,
No
glove,
wonder
no
he wanted
love.
all the money in fucking free agency.
Yeah.
He needs it.
He needs that money.
This motherfucker's going to be broke when he's 30. He's fucked.
Imagine
He is fucked.
his alimony will be like $500,000 a year.
He's
more.
Fucked.
Wow.
He's going to be like losing
That's
money.
so many kids, man.
Unbelievable. Then we get Travis Henry. I don't know who Travis Henry is. I think he was a running back for the Bills.
Yeah, he
I
was.
think.
Yeah, he was for the Bills. Yeah.
That's the one, the
Yeah.
same one. He has 11 children to 10 baby mamas.
Wow, that's so many kids, man.
Wild. I don't know enough about Travis Henry, but I'd go out on a limb and say he's broke too because he played in the 90s, so he wasn't earning as much
Earning a
money.
huge amount
either.
of money, yeah.
Well, running backs might have been earning more than
And that inflation fucking kills you, mate.
Yep. Antonio Cromartie. This is a well-known one. He
Yeah.
has 14 children to 8 baby mamas.
That's so many kids, man. Stop having kids.
The Hard Knocks clip of when I think he only had 11 kids at that point. Him
Right.
trying to remember
all the
his
kids, that's
names.
right. Yeah, I remember that. He
It
couldn't
is-
fucking remember them all.
What, and people are like, "What a shit, Dad." I'm like, I get my 2 kids' names wrong
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yep.
I could see how hard it would be.
I've
at
got
14.
one. I've got one son, and I call him by the wrong name
Yep.
all the time.
It's a thing. I get it, but also wrap your fucking dick, Antonio. Again, a dude who earned so much money, was one of the best corners in the NFL for a good period, and got nothing. Now we get to the last guy on the list,
Shout out.
Tyreek, the cheater, piece of shit, wife basher, kid basher, kill.
Big basher.
7 children, 5 baby mamas, including 4 this calendar year.
Congratulations.
Hey, if you can't get it done, bashing, start fucking instead. That's his motto.
4 in 1 year.
He's had 4 this year. I actually think
Wow.
there's another one due before this list was updated. I think he's going to have 8 by the end of this year.
Wow.
He's knocked up 4 women this year.
Wow. That's amazing. Like, good for him, bro.
No, he can. I think at some point, Tyreek Hill needs to understand you can just have sex without reproducing.
Without making- yeah. I mean, yeah, you can.
Like, it can be a recreational thing, not a reproductive thing. Like,
Jesus.
unless you're a Chinese farmer and you're trying to get enough people to work on the
To
farm
work on
for
your
you,
farm. But that's
or
why
you-
they used to
or
have all
you're
those
trying to
kids
get
back in
that
the day,
one
yeah.
boy and you're throwing the daughters in the fucking river.
Oh, is that what
Don't
you do?
fucking. That's what they fucking do. So don't at me on that.
That's what they used to do.
Those motherfuckers do it when it was the one child rule.
Yeah, that's what they
they'd
do.
have a daughter and they'd smack it on the fucking ground so they could have another one.
Yeah, that's what they
That's the sort of piece of shit they were.
did. Shout out.
Not all of them, not as a culture, just the ones that did that.
Anyway.
we'll sit on that. But anyway, Tyreek Hill. Wrap it. I guess the good thing is he doesn't have to buy many more punching bags.
Oh, wow.
He's just producing kids instead.
Wow.
All right. That's it for the Baby Mamas Awards. But fuck me. We thought, like, honestly, do what you want, guys. Have as many kids as you want. I don't give a shit. I'm not really judging. If you want to have 20 kids with 10 different women, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, but don't
But
complain in
fuck,
5
it's-
years when you got no money.
But fuck, it's hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious.
Some of those
I
numbers,
agree.
they are major league fucking numbers.
They're
Like, I'm
crazy
almost
numbers, bro.
I don't think I could convince women to have sex with me 10 times, let alone have 10 kids with me.
Amen to that.
10 different women.
I'm still a virgin.
Not what I heard tonight. What?
Hey-oh.
Yeah, not what are you saying? Now you got to tell me, was your excuse for being late a lie? Or
Yeah,
you
it was a lie. I'm still a virgin.
Brock, write him up, please. HR, Brock, write him up. Wow, we're just rolling through the shitty topics tonight.
Speaking of more fucking,
This is great.
This might be the feel good story. This is the news that we need.
We have mentioned Bill Belichick in the past being the ultimate coxswain.
As being a slinger,
leaving fucking chicks' houses at 4 a.m.
Walk of shame.
Yeah.
And for the record, he's not a young man. Do we know how old he is?
74 years old.
What an absolute fucking
74.
weapon. So the news has come out that he is dating a 24-year-old former cheerleader. Her name is Jordan Hudson, a fine young lady as well. And she
a solid 7 in the daylight.
7?
I just wanted to get you upset.
Dude, she's gorgeous, man.
She's 8.5. I've seen better.
She's absolutely gorgeous. Like, shout out to my boy Bill. Like, he's just getting it done.
All these people hating on Bill having a 24-year-old girlfriend.
Why are they hating?
What the fuck are you hating on him
Why
for?
are they hating?
He's got the libido, the physique, and the mind of a younger man.
The physique.
What do you fucking want?
I'm not sure about that.
If he's still been able to cock with a 24-year-old, let the man cook.
Physique. Do you think, how long has it been since Bill has actually seen his dick? Not
Bill Belichick is low-key jacked.
No, he's not.
George, we have had this discussion before.
He's fat. He's a fat old man.
He's low-key jacked now.
Show me a photo of fucking Bill's jacked.
I will find one after the show because it will take me some time.
All
but
right.
There was a photo.
You're taking time because it doesn't exist. That's why. All right. So anyway, what I want to know is, has he like signed up for a lifetime subscription of the Blue Diamonds, or how's he getting his dick up to fuck this young filly? That's what I want to know.
Maybe he's just on some testosterone. Here you go. I'm not saying he's Adonis, but this is a 74-year-old man. He's low-key a little bit jacked. Like, he's not a fat piece of shit. Like,
okay, he's not. Okay, I was expecting worse.
He hasn't got like a sloppy gut. And
I was
like
expecting
that.
worse. I was expecting
he's
worse.
He's a well-built operator.
Yeah, I was expecting worse.
That was 6 months ago.
Yeah, okay.
Like, he's a well-built older dude.
Yep, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm saying, like, this woman's obviously like, this is Bill fucking Belichick. Like, this dude can not only coach, but he can clearly get it done when he needs to.
Get it done when he needs to. Yeah,
like,
he'll drop some X's and O's and be like, all right.
If a chick's marrying these older dudes purely for their money, these chicks aren't marrying him. He's leaving their house at 4 a.m. Yeah. They're calling him for booty calls.
So why do you think she's interested in old balls Bill?
Okay, here's my theory on it.
Yeah,
and you can choose to believe me or not believe me.
School me, bro. I'm here.
I believe that Bill Belichick, and I have said this before, and I will stand by this to the day I die. Not only is he one of the greatest coaches ever, but he is up there on the Mount Rushmore of Cocksmen.
Of Cocksmen, yeah.
There is, because he is not an overly attractive guy. He's okay for a 72-year-old. He's okay built. He's not like, damn, that's a hot older dude, man.
Sure.
He's not that rich. He's rich, but he's not like a billionaire. Like, I want to marry this dude so I can get all these fucking money.
Like Robert Kraft, for example.
Yeah, he's not that sort of rich. So the only solution that these women are, one, the evidence tells us that women invite him around at 4 a.m. to cock. They're not doing that to try and get him to marry them and get his money.
No.
They're doing it because they want him to come around and give him
and fucking put a hurting on
so
them.
my only solution is that dude just knows how to fuck. He fucks like he coaches. One of the best in the world. That's my solution. You can take it to the fucking bank.
Do you think he coaches and fucks defensively, or do you think he fucks offensively and coaches defensively?
I think he changes it up. He changes up pace. He changes up stamina. He changes up positions. I think he does whatever the fuck he needs to do to fool the offense into finishing.
Yep. And
by the offense, I mean it's the female orgasm, which it's fucking hard to find sometimes. I'm going to admit it.
Oh, okay.
It's challenging for some people, George. It's always been a challenge, okay?
I've never had an issue.
No, it's her problem. It's not my problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right.
It's their fault.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's not even necessary for reproduction. Like, if God doesn't care whether you come or not, why should I care whether you come or not?
We need to if you want a baby.
Exactly.
So we're being hypocrites now. We've just railed on these guys for not having sex for recreation.
Oh, right.
It's like, you don't have to reproduce.
Yeah.
I take it back. Everyone should get something out.
Shout out to the boys. And shout out to Bill. Like,
I said, I don't know why anyone would be hating on this. Said, oh, he's 74 years old. That's gross. I'm like, gross? The fact that he can still get it hard and go and get it done at 74, that's the dream for me.
He's popping a couple
Whatever
of
you got to take. That's the dream, though.
Yeah.
A lot of men don't even have like the feel to want to do that at that age.
No, of course not.
This dude's he's a marvel of God.
But he's an animal. Like, he's a competitive animal.
Yeah. And he's got no football to be competitive about now. So he's being competitive.
I'm looking at this girl. She's so hot too. Like, she's incredibly hot.
You know what? Bill's hotter. Perspective, bro.
Bill's hotter. Shout out to Bill.
Is batting above average. She's lucky that Bill will come and give her.
Do you think she's doing this as
like
a bit of a profile boost for her, or what do you think it is? Or is he just really
I don't know.
that good at slinging dick?
I think he's that good at it, but I also think that whether she is or isn't, Bill don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
Use me for publicity. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
I'm going to take what I can get and then move on to the next 21. He's like the 70-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, that's what Leo will be like at his age as well.
He's like, you're 25? Bam. See you. Doors that way. Take it. Take a free car. There's a Nissan in the driveway. You can have it.
And he's another gorgeous 20-year-old Brazilian model.
Call that friend that your modeling agency just hired the other day. I'll have her now.
Wow. Amazing.
Cocksmen. Elite Cocksmen. We've said it once and he just keeps proving it right.
Shout out.
All right. Let's get to final bit of the show.
We'll actually straighten up and talk about some football now.
Look, we're deep into the NFL offseason.
Oh,
we always knew without Brock guiding us here that this is where it was going to go.
This is going to end up. This has been absolute, just an hour of filth, and I love it.
This is an hour of everything that's wrong with the NFL, especially Tyreek Hill.
Especially us.
And us. This is an hour of why the NFL won't ever have us as their podcast.
Us? Jesus Christ. They'd rather have no podcast than have us.
I'm just saying,
an hour of dead
if we were
air.
ever like, hey, NFL, could you make us your official Australian podcast? They would listen to this episode.
Yeah, this one episode.
Because I'm going to call it Bill Belichick's a Cocksman.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, no.
Not only can you not be our fucking official podcast, but you guys are going directly to jail.
You called Tyreek Hill's kids punching bags. Sorry, guys. Thanks, but no thanks.
Hey, we say what other people are afraid to say.
As Tyreek Hill would say, if the gloves fit, get in the corner. I'm going to back you.
I'm going to go for some body shots.
All right. This is the one I've been excited about, actually, for the first time in fucking ages. The in-season Hard Knocks, I haven't been a big rap from.
Yep.
I'm actually not a big Hard Knocks guy. I get sick of it almost immediately now. I used to love it. It's too much fluff and bullshit
Back
now.
in the day, it used to be good. I think
they showed them at training camp training and hitting each other and shit. Now it's just like, this undrafted rookie, his mum's got a stub toe. Let's do an episode on her, and now she's overcoming her stub toe or something. It's always the same bullshit.
So I just wanted to ask, because like now there's all these different versions, which I don't like anyway for starters, and we'll get to that in a minute. But why do we need all these different versions for starters?
So what this is this, I didn't even say what it was. This season's in-season Hard Knocks. So I think it was the Dolphins last year. I still haven't watched it. I do want to watch it.
I watched like one part of one episode. And I was like, no.
So this one will be an entire division, and it will be the AFC North, which is Pittsburgh, Bengals, Browns, and Ravens.
I don't necessarily have an issue with this.
I like the division. That's
because this is a really good division.
And they hate each other.
Yeah, they all hate each other. It's a hard, fucking tough,
We're going to see
division.
Deshaun Watson hopefully keep his dick on the massage table.
Yeah, no, I think you'll have it tucked this year. I think
you'll have to. I think that's why they're doing it, because the more cameras on him, the less trouble he can get up to.
Because it's just like there's just footage on him. There's eyes on him at all times.
Yeah, he's got to. It's like he's got to have a fucking.
A lot of good storylines too, like with Lamar and Russ and Fields and Burrow and
Fields and Burrow.
Yeah, and
think about Fields and Russ.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things. Like and also don't forget that last year, I think it was it the first time ever that all four teams in a division had a winning record?
I don't know the first time ever, but it was rare. I'm not going to say it was the first time ever, but it was rare.
In recent memory, and I've been following.
It might have been the first time ever. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever.
I can't ever remember it happening. Yeah. But it could have happened in like the 30s when there was two teams
sure,
in the division.
Yeah, whatever.
But I would say in the Super Bowl era, that's never happened before.
Yeah.
And if it has, great, but it would be very rare. Maybe once.
It'd be extremely rare.
And the only reason the Bengals didn't win more games was because Burrow got
injured. Season. Yeah,
and they still won 8 games.
So that's gonna be the in season one, and then what's the training camp one?
The Bears.
The Bears. Yeah.
The Bears.
All we're gonna see is fucking. Zesty fucking
unbearable.
Caleb with his painted.
And you know what?
Painted toenails.
I'm taking my snipes that I think Rome Odunze is a bit zesty too.
Okay,
mate. If Caleb Williams said to me, "Hey, we're going to take this photo back to back with our feet up, depending on each other,"
did you see that?
I'd be like, "Listen here, cunt. You take all the fucking photos you want. How about you throw me the ball, I catch it, and that's fucking it.
Yeah,
I'm not taking these stupid photos. I don't want to look like a moron. Like, is that cool now? Are we just out of touch? Did maybe we are. Did younger kids look at that photo and go, "Man, that's such a cool photo. I'm getting a poster."
Yeah, but also have you seen the young kids of today? Like they're all fucking idiots, man. They've got these stupid fucking broccoli haircuts. They're all vaping.
Fairness, I think we were idiots when we were kids.
Were we though?
Yeah, I was. Not the same idiot.
I don't know.
A different one.
I don't know if we were at that level. I think it's definitely worse, man. Maybe this is my
We are old.
full transition into grumpy old man. I'm here for it.
We've just transitioned together.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a hard realization, but I'm glad I went through it with you.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we go through things together. That's
Without
good.
Brock, because he's basically a kid still. So this is what
What
happens
do you
when
mean?
Brock's not around to keep us young. We start hating on people.
That's what it is.
We're missing him.
man.
We're missing our villain.
I miss you, Brock.
We've tried our hardest to be villains tonight, and nothing goes as far
I'm
as.
having a good time. Shout out.
I'm
to
having a
Cousin
great
Brock.
time, but we've tried our hardest to be villains, and still no one goes harder than Brock in the villain arc.
Oh, he goes hard.
He goes hard.
He
You
goes hard.
you should hear what he says offline.
He goes hard
Everyone.
with slinging dick too,
I've heard
like
that.
my boy Bill.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like it should be good.
I'm excited for the division.
Yeah, for the division
Good
one.
rivals, 4 good teams. Hopefully, it's also Brock's Ravens. That'll be fun for him to watch.
That'll be good.
Watch the Lamar meltdown this season, which I'm. predicting. Oh, it's the injuries. We lost David Andrews. Is that his name? What's the guy's
Mark
tight end?
Andrews.
Mark Andrews. David Andrews is the center for the Patriots.
Shout out.
Shout out, David. We've lost Mark Andrews. We're falling apart.
No, I think the Ravens will be good this year. I think that division's going to be really good this year.
Will too.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the hardest division.
I think Deshaun's
because the
going to have a
Browns
good
are
season.
still good.
Yeah, the Browns are good, man.
They were a
the Browns are
playoff team last year.
Man, like if Deshaun was Houston Texans Deshaun last year, they could have made the Super Bowl.
Could you imagine, right, if next year, like, let's just say Fields or Russ are good, they're good enough that the Steelers are a really good team.
Well, they're going to be better than fucking Kenny Pickett.
100%.
So that's already an upgrade.
Lamar's MVP standard.
Which he
Burrow
probably
comes
will be.
back and he's MVP standard.
He will
And then
probably will
Deshaun
be.
Watson goes back to the Texans standard, which again was an MVP standard. He was a top 5 quarterback.
And that's
Who
not
the
unrealistic.
fuck's going to win that division?
It's not unrealistic for Deshaun to do that because
No.
he can still play. Like
It
he's still
could
got the
happen.
talent.
It could.
I think his issues are all between the ears,
and between his legs.
between his balls.
Pause.
We're off the rails tonight, and I love
But
it.
imagine if they were all unbelievable.
That'd be unreal.
That division would be fucked
That would
because
be unreal.
one team will miss out. They'll have like an MVP caliber quarterback and miss out.
Has that ever happened? 4 teams making the playoffs? Can that happen?
Well, it couldn't happen until
Because they
the
play each
new
other too
change.
much.
Well, it couldn't happen until the new. No, it could happen mathematically. You'd have to almost win every other game.
Yeah,
And then
basically like split the games and then
like
win
if you
win
went
out.
3, if you all went 3-3 in your division,
Yep.
and then won every other game, you're 12 and you're like 14 and
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
Like it's definitely mathematically doable.
doable.
But I'm just trying to think there would have never been enough teams because in the past, how many wild cards are there? 2. You can't because you can only have 1 division and 3 wild cards now.
It's 3, yeah. 'Cause
So
they got 7
in
seed
the
now.
past you couldn't because
Right.
you could only had 1 winner and 2. So the max you could have is 3, which used to
Right.
happen all the time.
Right.
So to get a 4th, yeah, you can now, but it would be division winner and then all 4 wild cards from the same division.
Yeah.
It'd be tough, but mathematically it is.
Is there
possible.
enough good teams in the AFC though for it to not happen? Because like fuck, it could happen, bro.
The problem,
That'd be so cool.
This is the problem. It could happen, and it's then AFC North could be one that it could happen in. But then we said this last year, and then Burrow got hurt.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, we said this last year, and then like the
And then-
Eagles fell off a cliff late. Like
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it's hard. Like everything has to go right for all 4 teams.
It'd be fucking cool though.
Oh, it would be unbelievable.
It'd be fucking
Remember, that's
cool.
what the NFC used to be like.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
the NFC East.
NFC
It used to be
East
like there'd be
that,
3
yeah.
teams in every year.
Yep.
And it was not like it was the Giants for a bit, Washington for a bit, Cowboys,
Yep.
Eagles. It was just there was 1 team each year that would miss out.
Yeah, because like, well, and it happened again last year. Like, no team has repeated as NFC East winners for fucking 20 years or something.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
That's
that
why
is
I
wild.
feel like, fuck, do you think Washington could do it?
No.
More realistically, it'd be the Eagles and the Cowboys won't
Yeah.
repeat. I think that's the most realistic thing.
Yeah.
But is there a chance that Washington just, like, this quarterback, I've got his name now. Who's the quarterback they drafted? Number 2 overall. Jaden Daniels.
Nah.
Is there a chance he's just really good?
I mean, there's always a chance he's really good. Obviously.
Sam Howell, who was dog shit, threw for like 4,000 yards on that offense last year.
Yeah, but
They're not untalented.
anyone can throw for 4,000 yards.
But what I'm saying is they're not untalented. Like,
No, they're not.
Sam Howell's fairly untalented, and he did pretty well in that
and
offense.
they fucking play hard too.
And they've got better.
Yeah.
Like, it's not crazy.
No,
I know
it's
we've
not
just.
crazy.
I don't know how we've got to this, but Washington
They're not-
being good this year is not crazy.
And for sure, I know they probably won't be an easy beat, especially at home. They won't be an easy beat.
yeah, they fell apart down the stretch this year because no one liked Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, they were a tough beat.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're very interesting. But yeah, the Hard Knocks are coming out. We'll enjoy that. We'll do a bit more. So we're going to start getting into weekly shows again.
Yes.
What that means. So when Brock's back, it'll be 2 weeks to our next one.
Yep.
And then we'll go back to weekly.
Good, because I miss Brock already.
Yeah, I miss it. I want to see him weekly. I want to see all you boys weekly.
I
I
want to
miss
see.
it.
I want to see every day.
And then
I think
I want to live together.
we should
I want
just
to live
get
with you.
divorced and then just
Ooh.
like just kick them out the street. That's fine.
No
And then-
offense to you, but here's the one thing that you're going to struggle with.
What's that?
My wife has got an ass like,
I
and I just don't think you can live up to it.
got a big old dick. Does that count?
No,
Okay, well, then
I wish it did,
then I'm
George.
shit out of luck then, bro.
If it did, we wouldn't
Sorry.
be in this situation.
You're right.
But this is where we're at.
What we
And
should
I
do.
think if you look deep inside, you feel the same way.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel the
As
same.
much as we want
But
to.
what we should do, we should just get divorced, get married, and then just be in an open relationship.
No, what you do is you have I've discussed this many a time. You have the wives live together with the kids.
Yeah. Okay.
Go back to the Harrison Butker
Yes.
rule.
Shout
They live
out.
in this traditional family where they live together.
In the basement
dudes-
or
No, in a separate house.
oh, okay,
and then the
even better.
dudes live together.
Yep.
And we're like, they're still together, cheat and shit like that.
Yeah.
But then during the week, the boys work and they fucking stay in the house together. They
Right.
fuck around. They do what they want.
Yep.
They
Train
drink every night.
whatever.
Train in
yeah.
the gym.
Yep.
And then the weekend, family goes back to family time.
Oh.
We go to the family home for the weekend and we do the dad role.
Yep.
And then we go back. This is so bad.
I
Then we
love it.
go back Monday morning to work. We go back to the boy house.
And be a caveman. I love it.
I think I've made this jokingly to my wife before, and she's been like, "Where's the down part for me? As long as you fucking pay for everything, I don't have to do anything. I'm in." I'm like, just got to
Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm in.
So this is what we're doing. We're talking football and we're talking life. I
That's
love
love.
it.
That's
That is
love.
love. I
Being
agree.
apart is love.
Hey, I love you.
I love you. And we love Brocky and we miss you, mate. But
Shout
yeah,
out to Brock.
we'll be back weekly on the next one. We're going to do the season previews earlier this year.
Yeah, cool.
We're going to get them out of the way, and they're not going to be like the whole episode's not going to be a season preview. We're going to try and just do it quick.
Yeah, not get
This is what we're
super heady
talking
with
about.
it.
Not
Yeah.
super heavy, and then we want to finish up the preview. So then when the preseason starts, we're not doing previews anymore, and we can start to just talk. Rookie watch.
Yeah.
Watch certain players in certain
Yeah,
games.
if
see how they
there's been
perform.
any trades or
Injuries,
any movement,
trades, all that sort of
free
stuff.
agents are still
Yeah,
available.
do
whatever,
stuff
yeah.
like who do we think's gonna who's the best rookie performer this week?
Yep.
Become like do all that sort of stuff. So that's
Cool.
the plan going forward for us. So there'll be 2-week break and then we'll be back to weekly.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll have an episode like this again that's just off the rails, but fuck, it was fun.
It was awesome.
And I don't give a
It
shit.
was
This felt
everything-
more like the package and the P. Than
It was
did the
everything I
Bob.
wanted it to be, so I'm happy.
No, it was good fun. And if
Brock,
you disagree with
please come
anything,
back
feel free.
and discipline us. Thank
We
you.
definitely need you, Brock. I don't know what we're doing here. We need you back.
Love you. Peace.
All right, peace out, everybody. See you in 2 weeks.
Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down.